Hi everyone, I am Adrienn, and in this video I will be showing you how you can create a simple animation in Clip Studio Paint EX. Clip Studio Paint has recently released a new update, and now we are able to make animation with this software, which is very great. I have the AX version, so I will be showing you how this works in this version. I believe that the other versions will work the same way, but they might have limitations. I am not sure about that. If you want to create a new animation, you should first click on New, and then you will see that there is a new button here at the top. It's called Animation. Click on this, and then you will be seeing the different options you can set for your new animation. You can set the width, height, resolution for the animation. I already set mine here, so I will not change it. However, on the preview window here you can see that there is a border around the animation, and I don't want that. So here in the blank space I will be removing these numbers, and I will write 0, and as you can see the border has been removed. Now what else should we set? Here's the frame rate. I will create an animation, an animated GIF that will show my painting process from my latest artwork, and I would like to show my frames for 2 seconds, except the last one that will be set to be visible for 5 seconds. So in my case I will be using frame rate 1. This is the lowest amount you can set here, give here, and later on I will set my animation cells to be visible for 2 seconds. That's how I will get the result I want. That's all I will set here. I will now click OK, and this is what you will get. Now we will need the timeline activated, which we can't see right now, so I will click Window, and from here I will choose Timeline, and now it is visible. This is where we will be working on. Now what you should know about this is that the layers you have already here will be visible on the left side of the timeline. So you can see your background paper is already here, and we have an animation folder, which is important because every layer that will be added into this animation folder will act as a new cell in our animation. Here in the timeline you can see that this is a 1 second long animation. Now I want this to be longer, so I will grab the outer right edge of it, hold it with the left mouse button, and bring this to the right, maybe for 6 seconds. Now what here happens is that, as you can see, I can click here on the other animation cells and it's basically empty. It didn't even show the background image, the paper. I want my paper layer to be visible throughout the whole animation. So what I can do is that I will move my cursor to the right edge, to the top part of the right edge here of the paper layer, and my cursor will change. And now I will drag the layer so it will be visible throughout my animation, and that's what I want. Now the next step is to import in the animation cells the frames I would like to show in this animation. I have already prepared 4 images that I will be using here. They have been set to the same resolution and the same size as my animation. To insert the images into the animation, I will select the whole image with Ctrl A, I will copy it with Ctrl C, and I will now move back to the animation. I will be selecting the layer here, the number 1 layer, and I will hit Ctrl V. I will rename this image layer to number 2, and to make it visible in our animation, I will need to click the animation, one of the animation frames, and I will click with the right mouse button here. That will bring up this pop-up window where you can choose which layers, which animation cells you want to display. I will hit number 2 because that's who I have renamed my layer, and as you can see, it's now visible. It's very important that if you create a new layer outside of the animation folder, then that will appear as a new layer here in the timeline as well. So that layer is different. It will be not available in our animation folder to choose from. I can click with my right mouse button here on this line of the layer and nothing will happen. That right mouse button option is only available for animation folders. If I create a new layer folder, a simple layer folder, and add my layer into it, you will see the changes on the timeline here as well, and the right click option is not available here as well. So if you want to create this animation, you will need to use animation folder. Simple folder is not the same and it will not work the same, so that's important to know. If you want to create a new animation folder, you should click this button here above the timeline that says new animation folder. This will act the same way as our previous animation folder that was created automatically. I will now remove the unnecessary layers, test layers I have just created. I will also delete this number 1 layer because it's empty. I don't want to use it. I will rename my layer to number 1 so that it appears as the first one. Oh no, that's not the image I wanted. This will be number 4. What I will do now is I will add all of my images here. If I don't rename the layer, no problem, it will use that name you have given to it, but I like it if it is in order, so I will just rename it. And the third one, okay, cool. I will close these images because I don't need them anymore. And now I will add my cells here. I told you I wanted them to show for 2 seconds, so what I will do now, I will remove this cell from here with the delete specified cells option, and I will add it here. And my animation is not long enough. I want the last animation cell to be visible for 5 seconds, so I will make my animation to be longer. I will again make the layers, the animation folder layer, to be visible throughout the whole animation, so I have grabbed it, and I do the same with the background layer. I have grabbed it as well and moved it to the right side so it fills the whole animation. If I hit the play button, it will play the animation. It's looking nice. It's looking very nice. I will show you how you can add a simple text on this animation. I will click on the text function. I want to put my text here. I will add my website address here, and I will color this to white, and I will move it here. And as you can see, I have added this layer at the last step, so it has automatically filled the whole animation, so it will be visible throughout the animation. That's what I wanted. Very great. Now the last step is saving my project, my animation. I will hit Ctrl S and I will add the name. Red Panda Animation, that's how I will call it. And now what I will do is I will export this animation. To do this, click File, move to Export Animation. You will see more options. What I will be using now is the animated GIF option and the movie option. The movie option will generate an AV file, and the animated GIF option will generate a GIF file. Let's see. Give a name to your GIF. I will just call it a new GIF. Click Save, and it will ask the same options as we set when we created our animation: the width, height, the output range, so which frames you would like to render. Here I want the full animation, so I will not set anything here. The frame rate is 1, set to 1, that's cool. And here is the dethering option that I will set because it will create a more higher quality animated GIF for me. Since I am not using simple flat colors in this on these images, I have fully painted images, and they will look nicer if I have dethering set on. That's why I will be using it. But you can test it whichever and see which version you like better, the one with this dethering or one without dethering. I think that dethering will create a nicer job here, so I will be using it. Click OK. It saves the animated GIF and you will get a report of it. Okay, I will now also make a movie. So export animation, movie. I will just give it a name. Let's make it, call it video. Click save. It's save and cancel buttons. It just appears in my language. So click save. Again, you can set the file size. You can enable or disable transparency. I will not use it. I will click OK and OK. And now let's see what we have just created. Here is the animated GIF. It plays the animation nicely, and as you can see, it is looping the animation. The quality looks nice. The dethering option works really well. You can see small dots, small pixels. That's what dethering do with this images. Okay, let's check out the video as well. It works fine. This is what I wanted to create. So this is how you make an animation in Clip Studio Paint. I hope this video was helpful to you. See you in the next video next time. Bye bye.